Okay, so in this video, we're going to go backwards. Here are number line representations of inequalities, and we're going to go from here to an actual inequality, and we're going to use x each time for our variable. This one's going to be -5 up here. And so we're going to think about it. If we have x and -5, what is the symbol we put in here to make this represent that graph? Well, first of all, I know we're going to have an equal sign on this one and on this one because the circle is shaded. But these two, we're not going to have the equal sign because there's no shading, right? I also know that I want all the numbers smaller than 5. Okay, so then it has to be smaller than, because I'm looking for numbers smaller than -5. But I have to include the -5, so I put the equal sign. Notice, by the way, you could also write this the other way. There's no reason you can't. But then the sign has to flip because I'm looking for numbers which are smaller than. See, the bigger has to face the -5 because the -5 is the right end of the number line. So either one could be a valid representation for that, right? Using x again, let's try to do this one. So again, I know this is a smaller than issue because I'm going to the left here. So it's going to be smaller than 1, but I'm not including 1 because it's not shaded. I also could do it this way. There's no rule that the variable has to be on the left side, okay? What about this one? Well, this time I am including the 2, right? So I know there's an equal sign, but I'm looking for things bigger than 2. So it's going to be something like that. But I could also do it like that, but the 2 has to be smaller than the numbers I'm looking for. So it's going to be like that. Either one of those could be a valid representation. Same thing from here, except I'm not including the 3 because it is unshaded. So it could be something like 3 is smaller than the numbers I'm looking for. So there's always 2 ways to represent, right? As long as you stay consistent and remember that whatever number you put to the left must be the bigger number, right? So this is bigger and then this is smaller. I remember this is because the alligator, this is kind of like alligator, and he's greedy and he's eating the big number. He's not going to eat the small number, right? This is this, another way to think about this. This is the small end of the symbol. This is the big end of the symbol, right? The gap is small over here. The gap is big over here. So hopefully this helps you remember that and make sense of the fact that you can represent either one of those 2 ways, okay? So that's this week's practice with understanding inequalities. I will see you next week where we're actually going to try to solve equations using inequalities.